Okay, we have got on the left of your screen Lawrence Bouzane. Lawrence is currently playing an Abzan Delve deck, so this is sort of like it's kind of a reanimator-ish deck in certain ways. We'll take a quick look through the deck list. We see 3 Nyxweaver, 4 Siege Rhino, 2 Necropolis Fiend, 1 Soul of Innistrad, 1 Ashen Rider, 2 Whip of Erebus, 3 Hornet Queen, 1 Empty the Pits, 4 Murderous Cut, 4 Elvish Mystic, 4 Sylvan Caryatid, 4 Satyr Wayfinder, and 4 Commune with the Gods. Then on the right, you have Stephen Whelan, who is also more commonly known as Mev. He's playing the blue-white-red Tempo deck. Contents of this deck: 4 Magma Jet, 4 Stoke the Flames, 4 Lightning Strike, 4 Goblin Rabblemaster, 4 Seeker of the Way, 2 Sarkhan Dragon Speaker, 1 Dig Through Time, 1 Disdainful Stroke, 4 Mantis Rider, 4 Jeskai Charm, 1 Chandra Pyromaster, and 3 Banishing Lights in the deck for Mev. So we will see now what these players decide to go with in terms of mulligans, if we are going to keep some 7s or not. Hopefully we get some good games out of this. Looks like both players are already on a mulligan to 6. Alright, looks like both players are going to keep. We're going to see a Temple of Epiphany. And it looks like Lawrence is going to answer back with an Elvish Mystic on turn 1. Battlefield Forge. Looks like we're going to see Magma Jet take out the Dork. Kill the Mana Dork is the pretty standard rule taught to many in Magic the Gathering. Saying Bolt the Bird certainly applies. So it looks like we're going to see a fetch. Here's 2 mana. This is going to be Satyr Wayfinder. It's going to mill 4 cards. Lawrence will get his land, Siege Rhino, Soul of Innistrad, and Sylvan Caryatid, I believe, with the cards discarded there. This is going to be Goblin Rabblemaster, card that we have seen a lot of in this standard format, and will probably continue to see for quite some time, because the card is completely absurd. There's going to be a Temple. Lawrence is going to shove Elvish Mystic to the bottom. And here is a Sylvan Caryatid. So Lawrence doing a lot of setup here. Milled over a bit of his gas with the old Wayfinder there. Looks like he's got a lot of setup and 1 removal spell. So a little bit of an unfortunate draw. So Mev is going to go attack step. So it looks like the Wayfinder is going to head to the graveyard after trumping the Rabblemaster. Caryatid is going to just simply sit in front of a token. And Mev is just going to pass the turn back. Can Lawrence do anything about this Rabblemaster? He does have, I believe, a Murderous Cut in hand to answer it. He can also delve out a Necropolis Fiend if he wanted to. I think he's got to prioritize removing the Rabblemaster, and it looks like this is exactly what we're going to see. Murderous Cut going to remove Goblin Rabblemaster. Lawrence, no interest in trying to deal with that guy any further. Of course, the clock that Rabblemaster presents is pretty unparalleled. I think it was Brad Nelson was talking about the math on the Rabblemaster once, as we see Chandra Pyromaster put into play. it goes from 1 to 6 to 8 to dead. One to 6 to 8 to dead. That is the Rabble-Dad. Looks like Lawrence is just going to pass the turn. No interest in playing out the Necropolis Fiend. Of course, the Chandra would not allow it to block. So Chandra is hanging pretty. Here is 3 mana. Here is a new Goblin Rabblemaster. And here come the tokens. Block 1, take 2, says Lawrence. Chandra pings. And Mev is going to ship turn. End of turn, we're going to see Soul of Innistrad activated, returning 3 creatures. So Caryatid, Satyr Wayfinder, and Siege Rhino. Lawrence, of course, wants to get that Siege Rhino into play as fast as humanly possible. Looks like he's going to start with the Wayfinder, I believe. There's the Wayfinder. So he is going to find a land. Commune with the Gods, Satyr Wayfinder, and Hornet Queen, all going to go to the bin. So here is a basic swamp now for Lawrence. And here is the Siege Rhino. So Siege Rhino does a reasonable life swing there for Lawrence, and does present a threat that can sit in front of the Rabble-Dad. Unfortunately, Chandra is very good at making that not possible. And I believe Mev has another Rabblemaster in hand as well, which is absolutely disgusting. So here's 3 mana. This is going to be another Rabblemaster. King you. The Siege Rhino cannot block. Combat. Here comes a couple more tokens. Stoke the Flames is going to knock out the Siege Rhino. Lawrence is going to fall to 11 here off of this attack. Huge tempo swing there from Mev. And I bet Lawrence wishes he had Drown in Sorrows in his main deck right now. Lawrence is doing out some math. Looks like he's got a hand of Caryatids and, of course, the Necropolis Fiend. And he is going to scoop him up. Cannot beat the Rabblemaster army. And Stephen Whelan is going to take a very quick 1-0 lead with Goblin Rabblemaster. As I said, completely reasonable card, Goblin Rabblemaster. Alright, let's take a look at the sideboards here for both players. We'll start with Lawrence Bouzane. In his sideboard, he is looking at a Nissa Worldwaker, 2 Glare of Heresy, 1 Resolute Archangel, 3 Thoughtseize, 1 Reclamation Sage, 2 Bioblights, a Soul of Innistrad, and 4 Heroes Downfall. The Downfall's certainly a consideration. Bioblights are very good. Resolute Archangel is extremely good for this matchup as well. Take a look at the sideboard for Mev. We see 3 Deflecting Palm, 2 Anger of the Gods, 2 Magma Spray, 2 Negate, 2 Distortion Strike, 1 Dig Through Time, 1 Kyranos God's Storms, 1 Crater's Claw, and 1 Narset. So, a couple of options there for Mev as well, of course. Deflecting Palm seems reasonable. Anger the Gods, not really. Magma Spray, not really. Negate, kind of meh. Distortion Strike seems pretty good. Kyranos seems pretty good. Crater's Claw seems reasonable. And Narset seems acceptable. So, both players shuffling up now. Lawrence is going to be on the play for game number 2. His draw had a lot of setup, but didn't get gas rolling until later on when he got it back with the soul. Alright, here we go. Will both players be able to keep 7 cards this time? Let's have a look. Lawrence is looking at a very slow hand. Mev is going to take a mulligan down to 6. Looks like Lawrence is going to keep this hand. Lawrence's hand looks very slow right now. We see 3 spells, 4 land, but it's, I believe, a Hornet Queen, a Murderous Cut, and a Whip of Erebus. Looks like Mev is going to keep her underway Sandsteep Citadel. Going to be met by Temple of Epiphany. Lawrence picks up an Ashen Rider. He's getting a lot of fat in his hand here. I believe that's another Murderous Cut too, so Lawrence has nothing to do for quite a while. EOT Magma Jet from Mev is going to let him scry. See if he finds the infamous Goblin Rabblemaster. He's going to double top. Does he have the Rabble-Dad? There's an island. He does not. Lawrence is going to pick up gas. It is Siege Rhino. And Mev says, God's no. Not happening. Disdainful Stroke. Gonna take care of that. I believe I said Distortion Strike. I meant Disdainful Stroke in the board. Mev's handwriting is terrible. Here is a Stoke the Flames going upstairs. Mev going on the burn plan versus the Whip of Erebus. The unfortunate thing is that this Rhino is going to be coming back next turn, and it is going to generate a huge life swing for Mev. Alright, so here's an untap. Believe the draw was a Thoughtseize. Here is a Whip. Attack for 4. Lawrence going to go back to 19. Mev now going to be at 12. That is a humongous life swing. Here is a burn. Chandra pings upstairs. And looks like Lawrence going to pick up a land. Looks like he's going to lead off with Commune with the Gods. So Siege Rhino is going to go to hand. Here's an Urborg. Looks like Lawrence is just going to ship the turn. I believe Mev's draw for turn was a Goblin Rabblemaster. Could be wrong about that. Looks like we're going to see a 0. That is a mountain. You see Mev pull Sarkin to the front of his hand. Might start trying to beat down with that guy. And there is the Sarkin. Here's a crack for 4. So now Lawrence going to fall to 11. Presumably this turn either going to play the Rhino or the Necropolis Fiend. Looks like it's going to be the Rhino. So Mev now down to 8. Mev is going to take a look at the top. He found white mana finally. So the synergy now between Chandra and Scrylands. So here comes the Sarkin knocking Mev down, or knocking Lawrence down, excuse me, to 9. Mev currently on 8, but this Whip of Erebos going to present some real problems here. Looks like Lawrence deciding if he wants to send at Planeswalker or at Mev. Lawrence got the Rhino primed and ready. See where he wants to send that. He's going to send it towards the Sarkin. So Sarkin is going to fall to 2. So it looks like we're going to see a big delve. Here is Necropolis Fiend, which Mev is going to Disdainful Stroke. No interest in that. So now he's going to take a draw. Again, white mana finally turned on for Mev. Up goes the Sarkin. And Lawrence is going to go to 9. Ping for 1, says Mev. So, alright, so it looks like Lawrence is taking a look at Mev's mana, see what colors he has access to. Of course, 1 white mana is currently there. There is lots of red mana, lots of blue mana. Only 1 white mana currently.